most of the young female workers were farmers with an unstable life. Now, they can get as their monthly salary of 1,500,000 Vietnam dong. Therefore, their standard of life is a bit improved economically. Through their job, the poor can find a position in their community. That is one of the guidelines to Salesian missions. In response to the needs of some workers coming from afar, the community makes an effort to provide them with a boarding house. They live and work together, sharing meals and sorrows and joys with one another. Talking with Katuan, who works zealously with the Salesians and is the coordinator of the workers, we come to know her thought. We are fortunate, enjoying the care of Don Bosco's sons. Through the self-gift, we feel safe and peaceful. We get jobs, earning our own living for the good of our families and our own selves. In retrospect of 6 years' collaboration with the Salesians, I personally have changed much in piety. Skillful at profession, we enter the society with more self-confidence. Moreover, our lives become improved, our mindset more open, ready to welcome others. The style of teamwork, motivated by the family spirit, creates an atmosphere of mutual trust and acceptance, reciprocal advancements, and social commitment to the community. Building up the human and cultural level. Along with this work, the Salesians at Kalong have sought varied ways to raise up the cultural level of the tribal younger generations. This task is very challenging. It has to prolong for years, not several months. It is a very long-term task which required patience. Since their childhood, the younger ones were raised up by parents who had no interest in education at all. They were wandering about in forests. To study for the growth in life is one of the biggest challenges for them. Their laziness and impatience cause many anxieties for educators. It must start at once, however, otherwise no hope comes out. Without sowing and nurturing the seeds, there is no hope for a plentiful harvest. Convinced of it, the Salesians has attempted to launch a cultural program from 1st to 9th grade for the children. The number of the participants is, however, encouraging. Though poverty offers them less opportunities and means in comparison to Vietnamese boys and girls, some basic courses on English and computer science are given to them. More importantly, the practical lessons of human behavior, such as abstaining from alcohol, bad languages, naughty activities, and so forth, are emphasized on. The beauty of generosity, politeness, cleanness, and personal hygiene are repeated on and on. They are also helped to develop the skills of sports, music, and painting. A reading room is arranged for them and attracts a considerable number of children. Some boys and girls are here and there decorating some posters and wallpapers. collecting some short stories with good and understandable content, rich in morality and easy to remember. Break time is the most amazing and attractive moment. It is full of vitality. Here, some play football, there others play badminton, and still others the chess. Not only being present in the classrooms, the Salesians also join in their games or organize their activities. All things bring about an educative atmosphere. In the light of Salesian education, on the playground, boys freely run and express themselves so that educators can know them better. There, they can make friends and create friendship. Playing together, they can grow in communion, mutual love, and forgiving. Evangelization is not neglected, though. Faith is handed on even in such an environment. Before and after activities, boys and girls lift up their hearts to God with short prayers under the guidance of a Salesian who gives them a very short talk. Faith and prayer enter their lives as spontaneously as breathing. Do the Salesians accomplish the mission alone? Absolutely not. Education needs collaboration. The Salesian community tries to launch an educative community with the presence of youth leaders, adults, the tribal teachers. All place the integral growth of the young and poor as the primary goal. Without doubt, most of the tribal men and women in the missionary lands are very poor, lacking in the most basic conditions for a life worthy of human dignity. Parents have no capacities to let their children go to school. Therefore, some years ago, the Salesians made a creativity to seek some scholarships for the diligent but poor students. Salesian mission are accompanied with educative and cultural activities. That is the way by which the gospel is assimilated in the mindset and lifestyle of the people. Salesian mission means making cultures and life permeated with evangelical norms and values. Development of the spiritual life. Leaving Kalong, we came to another small tribal village, Kereng Parish. That is a tribal parish with more or less 200 parishioners. We saw tribal houses which are incredibly simple. The parish priest, Joseph Phạm Văn Nam, says,
Thì giáo họ nhỏ bé Karen chỉ độ hơn 200 giáo dân.
The 200 parishioners of Karen are organized like any other normal parishes. There are some lay groups, such as the groups for mothers, for fathers, the group of catechists, the choirs, and the altar boy group. Daily Mass is celebrated at dawn and in the evening. Rosary is recited in the evening. On Sundays, religious instruction is scheduled along with other activities. Here, the Salesians try to respond to the human's basic needs. A system of drinking water is built for the whole village. That seems a small thing. Its impact on evangelization is strong, however. To choose a pastoral way which begins from the needs of the villagers, no matter which religions they belong to, expresses the love of God shown out by the religious community. Ca Thương, a parishioner, says,
Từ khi
Since the drinking water system has been established, the whole village enjoys fresh water in thankfulness to the Salesians.
Có thể nói là rất cảm ơn các cha, các thầy của Salesian đã tạo điều kiện và giúp đỡ cho làng Cà Rèn của chúng con.
The small number of parishioners and the deserted location are the two beneficial factors to build up the parish as a family. The parish priest knows all families in the village by his frequent pastoral visitations. A small park is created by the parish priest with some swings for kids. Some forms of entertainment for the young, such as sports, musical shows, are paid attention to. However, the liturgical celebrations and prayers of the parish are regarded as priorities. The tribal young people participate actively in their groups, preparing the Mass with a youthful style. Seeing these activities with our own eyes, we have dreamt of a missionary harvest full of flowers and fruits in the province. All factors such as the sunshine, dew, rain, water, fertilizer, and so forth are integrated and joined together to create a bud, better still, an evangelical bud. A parish as a family of families decisively considers education as its primary concern will form the new persons. Continuing the journey, our destination is Kontum Jalai area, which is very fertile for coffee trees. On the road, we saw some tribal villages scattered here and there. After a long trip, we came to Chuprong. It is another missionary area which has been assigned to the province for 5 years. The area is large, crowded with tribal men and women and with Vietnamese people. Everything is at the beginning. We saw the wooden houses, which are incredibly poor. People cultivate their land. Children have to walk along the road from their villages to school. The Salesians have started the mission of evangelization. It is necessary to help the tribal men and women care for their health and personal hygiene. With the help of benefactors, the Salesians provide them with some fundamental means for a worthy human life. Though busied with their new works, the Salesians make up their mind to have more concern to culture, to human development, no matter what difficulties to be faced. Many children don't like to go to school because of varied complexes surround and bind tightly their lives, low intelligence, poor families, and so forth. Though it still has a very long journey to follow, all things are only at the start. Joy and simplicity are used by the Salesians as keys to open hearts and mind. In 2007, a season of gospel flowers has dawned. Some tribal men and women welcomed Jesus and were baptized in his name. From then on, the number of believers who are Vietnamese and tribal peoples has been on the increase. It is really a blessing. However, what is more wonderful than the number of the converts is the change of tribal children. They are growing more open. The Salesian community is considered as their home. They may freely run and yell and receive education.